there. It's Thursday, July 10th, 8:30 p.m. sort of. I don't know what the time is. I'm not gonna lie, I just made something up. It was definitely around 8:30 though. I feel like I have been kind of avoiding myself, like maybe not on purpose, but maybe subconsciously. I've just been so busy. I've been traveling. I went home twice already this summer. I haven't made space and time to visit my mind, reflect, listen to my thoughts, and I feel like I've been avoiding the silence maybe. I kind of wrote this in my diary earlier, but I feel like a part of me sometimes is scared that when it is silent, and I know it's going to be silent, I'm scared that maybe certain thoughts will come back that I haven't had in a while. And I wrote about this. I wrote about how I think that that's inevitable, not because I'm supposed to feel that way or because those things are true, but more so because it's that reminder that, you know, I'm not the voice of my mind and that my thoughts don't always necessarily belong to me, or are created by me. Sometimes it really is a deeper subconscious. Sometimes it's a memory. Sometimes it's just cycles that I have to break. And I'm really thankful to God for being able to just exist in different versions, in one wonderful life, because although I haven't had those thoughts in a while, I feel like if they were to come back, now they are visiting a different person, or a different version of me. And that's a really relieving feeling to know that, one, that I'm not the voice of my mind, but also two, that my mind is such a different place when those thoughts do visit. And I feel like my mind can handle thoughts like that and knows what to do with them because I don't believe them, right? When it comes down to that self-hatred or regret or yearning or shame, I tackle things like that a lot differently, with a lot more grace to myself. You know, why would I give myself a harder time than what I'm already facing or experiencing or feeling? Why would I add on to that? You know, I'm already experiencing an unpleasant thing. To even have those thoughts, I feel like, is an unpleasant experience. So not giving myself a hard time about it, right? Like maybe, you know, last few months, memories of certain people or experiences, and there were moments where I'd catch myself being like, ugh, I feel crazy, I should be over this by now, or I shouldn't be thinking about this by now, like I should have forgotten about all of it. And, you know, reminding myself that, like, hey, I'm not necessarily forcing myself to have these thoughts, like I'm not the voice of my mind all the time. Also just letting them be, letting my mind be, letting those thoughts just exist and coping with them differently every time that they appear, right? Not crashing out about it, not emotionally attaching myself to those things, because either I already experienced those things, or sometimes it's hypotheticals where it's like, why am I attaching myself to something that's not reality? When it comes to certain things or people, right? Like, it's learning to let go again and again and again and again, and every time. That's what matters, is how I react to those thoughts, how I show up for myself when it comes to thoughts like that. And so I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I've been doing a wonderful job. Have I been doing perfect? No. Am I gonna keep trying? Yes. Every time I feel like I'm gonna. And I wrote about that today. I wrote a letter to myself on how I really hope that no matter where I find myself, that I choose to do the right thing, the hard thing, the uncomfortable thing. And the right thing doesn't always have to be uncomfortable. It doesn't always have to be hard, right? Reminding myself that sometimes the right things really can be that easy, and to like let my walls down. But also being realistic and accepting. I think that, you know, I did the right thing in accepting a person to leave me. and not begging, right? Like not begging somebody to choose me, not begging somebody to love me, not trying to convince someone to commit to me. I think that takes a lot too, because I always imagine myself kind of like begging, like, please don't leave me, like I want to miss you. And maybe a lot of people did. Maybe a lot of people thought that I was gonna react the way I know. I think my parents thought that I would, but I'm really, really, really proud of myself. I'm very extremely content with the way that I handled that. Also in moments where I had to do the right thing and walk away myself, right? And in breaking off relationships, or in setting boundaries, or in doing things that might make me look like a bad person, but I'm choosing myself, right? And blocking and standing up for myself, and not over explaining myself and looking for somebody to validate what I experienced. You know, sometimes it's just staying silent, knowing when it's time for me to walk away, just letting things be, and looking forward to change and looking forward to something new. So yeah, I'm not really sure who this is for, if this is for anybody, but I had a really wonderful afternoon alone, on purpose alone. I like almost a breath of relief alone, which is weird because I'm so social and I love people, like especially extroverted people. Like I just love being around people and talking, but it was a really nice feeling to know, like, I don't have plans later. I'm on my own schedule. I can dilly-dally. I can be, you know, long at the gym and wait to take a shower and I don't know, journal at a random coffee shop and dress cute for no reason. And it's a nice feeling to sit in the silence, which is really strange because I've always, my whole life, ran away from it and have like freaked out in it and not known what to do. And now I look forward to like visiting the silence from time to time. And again, I remember I gave a talk about this when I was a youth minister, the difference between isolation and solitude. I think that solitude is very important. It's something that I think I should work on more, on enjoying more and making time and space for it more, but also like finding the balance of isolation. So yeah, I'm glad I got to visit my mind a little bit today. I'm really grateful I got to sit down and make this video, regardless if somebody's gonna see it or not. I'm happy I get to over-romanticize my life alone, right? Like there's definitely people showing up right now and showing interest right now. I think that's wonderful. I think that's lovely. I'm very grateful and flattered and hopeful. Like my walls aren't completely off to love, but it is a really special thing for me to get to do alone, to love life alone, to be grateful for things even without a partner, to look cute for no reason without a partner, to go to the gym alone for not another person but for me, and to make these videos and to talk about my day and to enjoy my day and do that for me and for nobody else. So maybe I might not even post this, you know, and that's okay. I was starting to get scared because I feel like I was more like romancy and hopeful and verbal about it in the winter time, and I was really scared I was losing it. But I think that there's something really, really beautiful about a silent romance, a silent romanticism of life, also a silent self-love. But I think that it was something that was new and I got excited about it, about self-love and over romanticism of life and things like that. But I think now I've done it enough where it's a subconscious thing now. It's a subconscious reaction where I get to do it a little bit here and there every single day so easily. So yeah, I'm grateful I'm here. I'm grateful for the opportunity to yip yap about a romantic single life, and I'm like opening up to, I think, to the right person. That's what matters the most to me right now, is having the right people in my life, and I'm figuring that out, and things are starting to look a little promising, but also like we will see. I want to see at a genuine level where that's at and where I'm at. And I think right now I would say that, you know, yes, I'm in a moment of physical change in the sense that I'm changing careers and cities, but internally I feel very stable and secure and consistent, and I really need this strong foundation. So I'm glad that right now it doesn't feel like, although I am meeting new people, it doesn't really feel like I'm going through this big change of life internally. And I think I needed that, right? Like, it was exciting to change and it was exciting to meet other parts of me, but it's an even better feeling to just get to rest in me. So thanks for being here. Thanks for everything that you do and for showing up for yourself. I love you. Bye.